All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless me here talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you, just like me. Okay, before we get going, here is Landfall, their brand new album. They are a band from Brazil. This is called Elevate. A lead singer, Guy Oliver, kind of sounds like a cross between Eric Martin from Mr. Big and Steve Perry from Journey. So yeah, check these guys out. This album a bit more rockin' and straightforward, I think, than their last album, courtesy of our friends over at Frontiers Music. Yeah, maybe if you're a Journey fan, you might like Landfall. And yes, I'm leading into a conversation about Journey. And people are like, dude, when are you going to stop talking about Journey? I don't know. Probably never. Just, it's an ongoing saga. It's good for the channel. And the drama continues. We learned yesterday from the ski slopes of Colorado, swooshing down the mountain, either in Vail or, I don't know, all those places in Colorado. There are a couple of really high-end ski resorts. I've never been. Sorry. I think I've only been skiing once in my lifetime, and that was up in Massachusetts, and it wasn't pretty because I couldn't navigate the bunny slope. So at that point, it was hot cocoa time. Somebody helped me back up, and they towed me back to the nice warm lodge where I enjoyed the rest of my time there watching people do difficult tricks going over moguls and ski jumps and all that. So anyway, John Cain, though, and his beautiful wife were out on the ski slopes, and they confirmed from the slopes in Colorado that they are going to be there, or at least John is going to be there next month when Journey hits the road. Holy crap, Batman, I was right again. No, I've said all along when everybody was making videos and memes and sending out messages about how Journey's through, they're done, this can't actually go forward because they'll never be on stage together. Now, I have some correcting to do here with the media, because the media thinks that Neil Sean said that Gregg Rolie, he was talking to a fan, as he often does, either on Facebook or Twitter or wherever he was talking to the fan. But the fan said, hey, I'm hoping Gregg's going to be there. And Neil is like, yeah, he's definitely going to be there. And so the media has taken that to mean that John won't be there, but Gregg will be there. The goal was to have both of these guys there. And it should work because, again, John plays rhythm guitar and Gregg plays, I think, just keyboards, and he sings, and people are hoping that we may hear some of those old duets that Gregg did with Steve Perry, songs like Just the Same Way and Feeling That Way and Anytime, which is just an amazing song that longtime Journey fans love, but radio has kind of forgotten about. I mean, especially Just the Same Way. I never hear that song. And I could go down a list of songs I don't hear anymore. And I may be doing that just for folks who want to commiserate about the music that used to be on the radio that is no longer there to listen to each and every day. Now, you may have satellite radio. I get reports from people that say they still hear some of these songs I'm complaining about, but I don't hear them. I'm talking about terrestrial, like get in your car. You don't have to pay for it, other than you're paying for commercial breaks, basically, because you have to endure them. And then you're supposed to patronize those people who are advertising, the jeweler or the car dealership, and they're on there every 5 minutes telling you that they have low interest rates on $50,000 trucks that you have to have this year now. Anyway, I'm going to go off on a tangent. I'm sorry. So here is the actual article, or a portion of it. And again, to my friends in the music reporting industry, make sure you check what people say here. I'm often accused of not knowing what I'm talking about. And then I read something and I go, no, he's not replacing. There's no word that Gregg is replacing Jon. And Jon confirms he's going to be there. Also, I don't know if Gregg is going to be at every single gig, and I don't know when that's going to start. It hasn't officially been announced which gig Gregg Rolie will be at. Will he be at the first gig, which I think is on February the 4th? I don't know. Okay, so we'll have to, I guess, wait to see if Neil Sean or Gregg Rolie or someone else, gives us the information on that. Meanwhile, tickets are still selling. Everybody who said this was going to be it, this is a disaster. No, we're living in this weird social media age where dramas like this play out all around us. Now, for Journey fans who are looking for the humble Steve Perry days, at least when Steve first joined Journey, those days are done. This is why I say you need to find bands that are going to carry on this tradition. You've got aging rock stars, some of whom can't sing anymore, some of whom can't play their instruments anymore. And it's kind of sad, but this is where we're at. Now, we're not all going to live forever, unfortunately. I think people are planning on living forever because of all the new technology. It's just, you got Elon Musk out there who's going to, pretty much just give everyone the mark of the beast at some point, and then we're all just going to continue on in our former selves with, some memories and some eyesight or something. I don't know how it's going to work, but this is the master plan. I'm sure all of the aging rock stars are hoping that, that gets underway quickly. Steve Perry, I'm sure, would love to be in on that. Anyway, I'm just kind of joking a little bit. There's a little truth in what I'm saying, but I'm just having a good time here, folks. Okay, so the article itself says here, at least from Team Cain, I feel very grateful and blessed to share this time on the slopes with my baby before hitting the road with Journey. Grateful, blessed, mountains, love, ski. Those are all hashtags. Okay, thank you for those hashtags. We like them. We appreciate them. Do you ever feel when you read what a rich person writes that you feel like you're a little left out? Like, not that I'm envious, because I don't like to travel. I can't ski, so those things don't really appeal to me. The cold weather, I live in Florida. I'm upset when it's like 45 outside. Like this morning, it got down like 42. I'm like, crap, what's wrong with Florida? Florida's broken. Someone turn Florida back on, I'm from a very cold climate originally, cold and stormy, being in the northeast part of the United States. So anyway, I've become a climate baby. I want it to be 80 degrees at least every day. And then I'll complain in the summer that it's just too damn hot and I'm not going outside. But I think I'd rather have that than be swooshing down the slopes of Aspen or Vail or wherever this is, But we get the update from the ski slopes, not like anyone's got a really hard life to begin with in this industry. I see Neil Sean. He's taking pictures next to his beautiful sports car with his beautiful wife. And Dave, are you jealous? No, I'm not. I'm not jealous or envious. It's just kind of funny. We're the people who bought the tickets, bought the albums, bought the cassettes, bought the 8-tracks, and now it's like, hey, if I want to go see a concert, $300, $250. And where are the seats? Well, they're in section Triple C at the very edge of the arena, and you're blocked by, a bunch of tall people in front of you who are constantly getting up to get food, right? Or $14 adult beverages. I think they're more like 16, someone said. I think 18 in one case. I heard $18 for a beer. Yeah, see, this is where I'm just like, I can do other things with my time. I will go see Voyage with Hugo Valenti, who looks so much like Steve Perry that he doesn't even have to sing. He can just get out there and walk around and people are going to be like, holy crap, Batman, it's Steve Perry, you know? And to me, that would be interesting to see the response. All these middle-aged women thinking it's Steve. It's just, it's just awesome. Anyway, so it looks as though this Journey 50th anniversary tour, as I predicted, okay, is going to go forward. And I think it's going to be Jon for most of the tour. And then it might be Jon and Gregg sharing the stage. I know that there's some resistance to having Gregg there because supposedly Jon's the hit maker and Gregg's the troublemaker or something. I don't know. I mean, Gregg was the guy who said, yeah, you need this guy, John Cain from the Babies, because he's a perfect fit for what you guys want to do moving forward, changing up the sound. Herbie wanted to be more commercial, and Jon is more commercial than Gregg. And thus you have this album called Escape that comes out that completely changes Journey's income level forever. And who knew that Don't Stop Believin', which I think was like the third single, maybe second single, I can't remember. I know it was Who's Crying Now, Open Arms, Don't Stop Believin'. Also, they released Still They Ride. I think there may have been one or two other songs that got onto the top 40. Rock radio played everything, including the title track, which is no longer heard on any radio station for the most part, and probably is one of my favorite all-time Journey songs. It's a real rock song, and it features a very muscular guitar played by the amazing Neil Schon. So anyway, folks, yeah, that's the report. Jon will be there. It's going to be great. There could be a food fight. It would be fun to see some kind of a, you know, maybe an onstage brawl or verbal altercation between the two men. I don't think you're going to see that. I think the manager who just took over for Journey a couple months ago or a month ago, whatever, is probably going to tell them, look, just coexist, just get along, get through the tour, smile and wave, you know, do your posing like you, these guys, if you watch a concert these days, everybody's trying to do the rock star pose and then get really good pictures of it so people can either share it on social media, or if they have a professional photographer there, they can take really good pictures and then post it to the band's website. That's what this is all about these days. I mean, you can make an argument that all of the music could be piped in. I don't know for sure. I'm thinking that some of it is live and some of it is probably on a loop or a track or something. You know, you still have Arnell out there who did a really good job last year. And the positive press that surrounded his comeback, people were saying, yeah, he sounds better than he has sounded. And I've got a few insiders that have a more cynical view of why Arnell sounds better now than he did a couple of years ago. Either way, I don't fault Arnell because this catalog is just, it's just ridiculous. So you have to have really good genes. And then not only that, your voice has to withstand the beating from, you know, endless touring, which is the only way you can make money these days. Because, hey, you put an album like Freedom out there, and for the most part, here in the United States, nobody really cares, which, again, is kind of sad. But people are pretty hyped up. It is Toto opening up for Journey. You know, it would be cool if they would take a band like this and bring them and let them open up for Toto and then have Toto open up for Journey. And you don't even have to put this on the bill. This is just like special guests and small print, special guest Landfall, just to give them a little exposure, because I don't know how this is going to work going forward if people don't learn about new music, which is out there, which I continue to find. And despite the complaints of the many, I am still going to move forward and talk about the new stuff. So in any event, folks, thanks for watching the channel. YouTube memberships are available, and I am at some point planning to do members only videos. So members can see them, but not everyone else, which is kind of a weird thing. Maybe I'll do like a quick 2-minute opinion on somebody, something I wouldn't say normally. But I've got to be careful because guess what? People are watching, you know. That's why I don't mention certain people by name, because I don't want them to come back and say, I heard you saying this about this particular wife. Why did you say that? And why did you use her name? And I'll be like, because it's true, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell if you want notifications. Some people are telling me they're not getting notifications on new videos. Now, January is typically a rough month for this channel. The income stream, it's in a free fall. It's a nosedive. And I understand during the holidays it goes up. But it's just weird that all the videos suddenly don't get the same amount of viewing time. I'm not getting the views I used to get. You know, I know the downside to this channel. It's not high production value. It's me just rambling on. But I ask everybody if you can watch the videos, subscribe to the channel. If you want to do Patreon for $1 a month or the membership thing, it's very helpful because, again, it's weird to be going to a job every day, which I consider this to be kind of like a job. Not as intense, obviously, but it is kind of like a job. And then your boss randomly says, you know what, you were making this amount last month. Yeah, that was good for last month. But this month, we're going to reduce your pay by 30%. So that literally happens, and it varies from month to month. So anyway, folks, I know people are hurting out there with this Bidenflation and this never-ending war machine putting money where it doesn't belong. So I understand what's going on out there. So, you know, if you can't afford the $1 a month, I totally understand. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.